Hello you guys. In this video I'm going to be reviewing a new Nintendo console that was released this year from Nintendo, and that is the Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna give my reviews on it, my review, so what I think about it and just almost every detail, but not like little tiny details, but the overall I mean. But maybe I'm gonna mention some things the other won't, which I mean say and show, so that's what I mean. The Switch is a 8.5 or 9th gen console from Nintendo. It released back in March 3rd of 2017, and it was revealed back in October 20 of last year, which was supposed to be in September, but there was a holdback with the reveal trailer regarding a footage. Currently there are main two bundles you can buy, which are the neon blue and the neon red Joy-Cons and the gray Joy-Cons. Also there is, which released in July exclusively for Walmart, the Splatoon 2 edition, which you get the neon green and the neon pink. With the Switch, there are 4.5 ways of playing. There is the Joy-Cons both together, a sideways one, for multiplayer mostly, the Pro Controller, and but slightly different, the Joy-Cons attached to the system itself, so handheld mode. And there is also, even before I forget to mention, tabletop mode, which you kick the kickstand out and put it on a flat surface, or if you want to, with the play stand. It's still portable though, so there are two types of portable modes. The system screen has a resolution of 720p, which is good as for handheld mode. The entire build is plastic, except as for the railing, which is metal. It has to be, of course. And when you dock it in TV, display mode, it upscales to 1080p, but it's still originally 720p, obviously. And you can still adjust the resolution of the scale in the settings, just saying. And what's even cool is that, but sometimes worrying, you know why, is the fact that when you put the Switch into the dock, it immediately takes over the TV. If it's off and if it's in another input source, then yeah. It does have a moderate library of great games. As for the Joy-Cons being used sideways, though, I would recommend you put it on a grip, because it would make it more comfortable, and if you have big hands, it can give you more space, if you know what I mean. It's more convenient, that's the point. The Pro Controller feels very comfortable overall when holding it and using it. Very nice design and kind of a no problem at all. But there's this one problem though in terms of looks, is that right when you place it, it just looks kind of shy, if you know what I mean, the curve. It doesn't look still at all. And unfortunately, a lot of people have felt that the Joy-Con grip hasn't been that comfortable, but for me, I have no problem with it at all. It's fine, it's good enough, it's not that terrible entirely. As for using the Joy-Con separately, I would recommend you place it in a grip. You wear it, I mean, with that. It gives it a better texture, like it's a different way that's grippy, and it has this extra hill, at the bottom, which makes it grippy. Better grip. The use of it in handheld mode is not really a problem at all. It's really good, it's comfortable, and even though it kind of looks weird that it's too thin, like too long, because, not usually how a handheld would look like as for a screen, but it's fine. And the reason is because that when you take the Joy-Cons out, like when you play it even in kickstand mode, tabletop mode, it just would make it look kind of big enough for, and more wide if even you're playing with two players. But you know how it is. It's complicating to make things in between. As for decisions, I meant specifically. The console comes with a 32GB built-in storage, but which luckily though, you can expand it by using a micro SD card. That's at least 256GB, though everyone says 2TB. And the slot for the expansion, by the way, is located right behind the kickstand. Here's the user interface. It has a really simple design and outlines, and here are how the games look when it's installed. And this is my library, currently. This is the user in the online ID settings. First is the profile. You can edit it here, and the amount of playtime you had on each game. The friends list.
What's up everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video.
The friend suggestions from your other consoles or Nintendo smartphone apps for easier friend adding that you already know and have. The adding friends, which if you want to by typing, it has to be by their friend code, which is 12 numbers long, and the SW is not needed to worry about, which is short for Switch, by the way. The user settings, which is, yeah. You can, though, if you want to, renumber your friend code, by the way, just saying. By Nintendo, though. The news gives you the current, recent, and most trending news, game releases, announcements, and sneak peeks. The Nintendo eShop, which does require going through a user. Just the login. One thing though I will say now, it doesn't have like in the Wii, 3DS, and Wii U, the music in the background. Here's the screenshot album. And you can even look at where the screenshot was taken. You can edit it too actually. And share it, sort it, and whether if you want it to be on the micro SD card or the system itself internally. And so as for here, this is the controller settings. Whether if you want to change the grip or order, and if you want to find, which has been a feature since the 3.0, since I think July, you get to find your controller, which by you press on it and then pretty much, I'm trying to remember what was the word. The controller gets to shake wherever it is. It gives it a feedback, vibrating feedback to know where it is, hinting like. And you compare if you want new controllers, like it gives you an example, a tutorial, and that's it. As for here, this is the Mii settings. Yay, it's like how it was back with the Wii and Wii U. You get to edit, or if you want to create your Mii, and if you want to transfer your Mii to other places, but you can't like do it online though. It has to be local switches, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the Mii is back. But speaking of Mii, there's no Miiverse unfortunately. But everything's been the same as for Mii's. You can register or edit your amiibo here or delete its data. It's like how it was with the Wii U. Obviously, it would have been back anyways because since that was popular and yeah, like it wasn't gonna be discontinued at all. And just to note that as a comment, I feel like the amiibo place with the Joy-Con, which is only on the right joystick, was a weird place for it, honestly. Yeah. This is how it would be as for when you want to play games, you choose either for which user, you don't get to create users like outside, or if you either want to skip or just to make a guest one or add from there immediately. And if you want to power off your Switch, you have to entirely press the power button and the Switch itself, and then it gives you all these options. Power options, like if you want to power it off or restart it, you have to do as what I said. So unfortunately, as for that. And so overall, I feel like I would rate the Switch an 8.8 out of 10. The Nintendo Switch comes at a cost of $300, and as for the Joy-Cons themselves, that comes at $80. But if you want each of it half of a price, it would be $40. I mean, yeah, like if you want one pair, which is only gonna be for the gray, it's gonna be $40. So, as for the Pro controller, it is $70. More expensive than the Xbox One and PS4 controller, though. It is slightly cheaper now. As for the Switch pricing, I think it is pretty reasonable. For what you get even since at least it's from Nintendo. Obviously even less than what its competitors first were at launch, right when it released back in all of them together, November 2013, 15th and 22nd, so a week later then, but from each other, by $100 or more. As for the Wii U though, it was in between. I feel like it is a really worth it console, but it does have some minor issues, like, what you're gonna see here. But mainly, like, the number one is you can't transfer save data. And I feel like the build quality is kind of cheap, but like, how Nintendo is. As long as it delivers good, like, if the gameplay and if the build is good enough that kind of durable, then that's what they care about. They all care about saving money because most of the time it's like if they spend more money, it would make it luxurious, which doesn't matter. It's like about the inside, not the outside. But you know how Nintendo is. Yeah. So anyways, I mean, like, I was gonna say what I like and don't like, but yeah, you can see. That's what I rate it, 8.8. I feel like it does, as it being a hybrid console, it can be very complicating, like, because the resolution and frame rate, or can you do it portable, but can you do it in TV mode? You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways of playing too. It's just, yeah, even with the Joy-Cons, like the fact that you can take them out and play it like that, there are a lot of ideas surrounding the Switch that, yeah, it is confusingly amazing. That's how I would describe it. Yeah, so anyways, then that was it, you guys, for my review of the Nintendo Switch, like a 6 months later one. I was going to do this back in April, 1 month later, but or at least then 3 months later, which would have been June, but June I don't think I had time, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, or just give it a dislike, at least if you thought it was cringy. and subscribe to me because I feel like, yeah, to my channel. I'm gonna upload some or a couple of videos for the next month or two, so I would appreciate it. And sorry that this is late. It was supposed to be uploaded back a month ago or two, but mostly a month. It would be 6 months, 3 months ago, but sorry, 2 months ago, you know what I mean. Yeah, until then, thank you guys for watching and goodbye.